the worst travel experience I've ever had in my life.
Little did we know our day ahead would be full of surprises.
Okay, so today is turned out way different than either of us expected, and I was hoping and planning to make a different video for you today. Essentially, it's still a travel day, but it was going to be a 20-hour day travel day because that's what we're going to do. We're going to take one flight out of Munich, have a 4-hour layover there, and then Munich straight home. And we'd be great. It would be an 11-hour flight. It was going to go great. And it's just not the way that life decided to let us have it today. Our flight out of Prague today was at 7 a.m. We decided to wake up at 3, leave at 3:30, get to the airport at 4, which all went according to plan up until my passport didn't try to assist in any type of way. So let's get into everything that happened.
Lufthansa gave us a hard time when I accidentally used Liz's married name on her ticket while her passport still had her maiden name. The manager was less than helpful, insisting we either show our marriage license or buy a new ticket that was over $2,000. After hours of sorting through the hassle and finally finding our marriage license, we had to reschedule our flight. But since we had a couple hours in between our next flight, we treated ourselves to breakfast celebrating our 4th wedding anniversary today.
That was the most stressful thing.
Thank you so much.
How am I gonna get on any flight?
Yeah, we're gonna find it.
I'm right here.
Our first flight was delayed, making us rush to catch the connecting flight, but luckily the delay worked in our favor and we made it in time.
Talk about an eventful morning. Woke up at 3, got to the airport with plenty of time. Couldn't get on because Liz's passport didn't match her ticket, thanks to me. Got on our next flight, had 10 minutes to board, almost missed our flight, but now our plane's delayed, which was good for us to get on the plane, but now it might make us miss our next flight, which is our longest flight to get home. So hopefully our last flight's delayed. I just want to be home.
So Destiny told you that she booked my wrong name. All in all, my passport doesn't match my ID anymore or my flight. So we were on the phone with United. We tried to have Lufthansa fix it, and apparently Lufthansa and United are like one but different, but together but not. I don't know. All to say is the people and Lufthansa's desk were not very helpful. You all know here we live in a van, so most of our stuff is in the van, which our van is getting worked on, and we didn't have full access to it in another country or to have family and go get it quickly. They wouldn't take my ID with, I had one with my old maiden name and with my married name. They didn't take those. I had credit card, an old credit card with my, I don't use it, but it just happened to be in my wallet, an old one with my maiden name, and they just didn't take it. I tried to pull up my W-2s. I tried to give them everything. I was so hysterical and crying. It was a rough morning. I knew eventually we would get home, but it didn't feel like it, and it was the worst travel experience I've ever had in my life. It is a little bit of our part. So we just haven't traveled out of the country needing my passport, but they weren't really giving us any pull. We tried to get my name changed on the ticket. Lufthansa couldn't do it because they said ultimately United had the stay, and then United States they couldn't do it because Lufthansa had it, and they just kept sending us back and forth. I was trying to be on the phone, and Destiny was texting them, and we were in front of Lufthansa talking with them. It just wasn't working. No one was pulling. I mean, United did absolutely everything that they could, and that was very, very nice of them.
Luckily, after rummaging through our van, my aunt was able to find our marriage certificate, and we showed it to the lady, and she let us in. The annoying thing is she literally looked at it, said this is what I needed, and printed Liz's ticket. What a learning experience.
Yeah, lesson learned. I learned. We're going immediately home, and I'm changing my name on my passport. We just haven't really been anywhere international since we've been married, so yeah. Now it's time to board this flight apparently, so yay us.
Finally.
Woohoo! Hopefully.
We made it to plane number 2.
Well, looks like we're now going to be at our 6th country of Europe. Didn't add it, but we're going to make the best of it. Alright, is it story time or what? As you can see, we are in a hotel. Why is that? Because we did not get on our flight home to LAX. I'm finding the silver linings. I am making the most of what we have, but moral of the story is that our plane was delayed the second time, which I honestly don't know if I said this yet, but the first one was delayed a little bit. We were there hours before because since we were having the issues this morning at 4 a.m. and then 7 and then missing our flight, we rescheduled so to a whole new flight. Our original plan was Prague, Munich, Ontario, and that was where we were gonna fly, get home, be safe, be happy, be home on Friday the 20th, which so happens to be our wedding anniversary. So all of this is happening on our wedding anniversary. We thought we'd get home in time because we're gonna get home at 5. We were like, take a little nap, go out to dinner, or go get a massage, something like that. None of that is happening. But so once we bought the second flights, we booked it. Only thing that was next, which was from Prague to Vienna to London to LAX. So now the first one was delayed. We were there on time, actually like an hour early, but they didn't board us until I don't know how many minutes later. It was really late, and I think they were just delayed for whatever reasons, which then delayed the time, which then delayed us to get to the next one. We were running through and through airports which we know nothing about, which we've never been to, so and we don't even speak the language in Vienna. I don't even know what that is. That wasn't that bad, but we had to go through each time because we're flying into different countries, go through passport customs and then go in to find our gate. And then the second one, when we arrived, we were rushing and running to it, and that was because we arrived on the plane late, and then it was an hour delayed. So it was an hour delayed. That delayed us to get to the next one. We thought we'd have just enough time, because before that we had 2 hours in between that, but because it was delayed, we no longer did. And the flight from Vienna to London was about an hour, I would round it up to 2 hours. That was delayed. We got off late. We got off, what did you say?
We got off at 3 and boarding doors closed at 3:05.
Closed boarding at 3:05. So I don't think I got any footage, but we were running around. I need you in this. So we ran around, rushed to the gate. Honestly, when we got to London, there was no real direction. They made us go into customs, but I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, we have to do this again, but we just assumed it's a new country. They have to check our passports, which is fine. We did that. But the last place we did that, we did it, and then we were able to get straight to our gate immediately. This one took us to our gate, and then it had exit and baggage claim as if we were staying in London, which I understand. But there was no other direction. There was no other sign. There were no people around to ask. And by the time we asked someone, he said to go up those doors, go upstairs, or go downstairs, or go upstairs to departures. So he kind of made us go as if we first got to the airport for the first time, which he saw us coming off. And I even said, we have a connecting flight. And he's like, go out the door, go up 5 floors, or to the 5th floor. So we're running. We're exhausted. It's been a day. It is, what time?
Time changed, so it's been even longer.
Yeah.
Or else they were.
It's 6. We just got back an hour, which is nice.
So we've had a 14-hour day and we're just in London.
Just in London, yeah. Just in London. We did have breakfast. We were, after all of the commotion happened with my passport, we were like, let's treat ourselves. Let's have a great breakfast, a little champagne, which we did, and we thought the day was gonna turn around. But we ran from flight to flight to flight, and that was intense. We were exhausted. We were then extremely hungry. We barely ate getting to this hotel.
Good morning. So yesterday after dinner, we thought we were gonna come in and relax. Well, we did. We enjoyed the rest of our drink and knocked out. We probably fell asleep like at 7 p.m. I woke up for a couple hours and then went back to sleep, and we woke up early, but at least we feel well rested. I woke up at 6 a.m. well rested, and we just showered. We don't have anything with us, so we have to wear the same exact clothes that we had from yesterday, but the hotel provided shampoo, conditioner. They even gave us a toothbrush and toothpaste. And now we're gonna go enjoy our complimentary breakfast, and hopefully today goes way more smooth than yesterday. Breakfast time!
Oh, thank you. I gotta pass all this. Breakfast was delicious, and now we're gonna take a little rest before we have to head to the airport and get checked in for our hopefully plane back home. So like we said earlier, we pretty much missed our flight, and lucky enough, without us asking, we talked to the United help desk, I guess. That's just where they sent us, because they wouldn't even let us pass the boarding. Like, we scanned our boarding ticket and they were like, nope, and it's like seek assistance, so we went there. So yeah, I guess our whole plane was boarded already, even though we weren't flying off until, I think it was like 30 minutes, right? So they booked us a hotel, gave us a free shuttle ride here, I guess a voucher for the shuttle, voucher for a hotel. We got here, and once we got checked in, our dinner was covered as well as breakfast, all covered, which was very sweet, because it looks like it doesn't come with a continental breakfast or covered at this hotel. You have to pay for it. So the breakfast and the dinner. There's also other restaurants. Obviously we paid for our own wine when we drink wine. But yeah, essentially it's been a few days. Been a day yesterday, and today we're hoping for an easier, smoother travel day. We're gonna go 3 hours early again. Checkout here is at noon, and we have a few hours, so well, it's 10. So we're gonna leave here, and we're in the same, we're like 5 minutes away from the airport, because it's the airport and we're in like the outskirts. So I'm assuming this is for people that this happens a lot to. I also saw on the TV yesterday there was a video saying that we're at like one of the biggest British, or the most busiest British airports. So I was like, oh, fun. Yes. So we're gonna rest, relax, and we'll take you along with us to the airport to see how it goes. Hopefully a lot better, but I'm glad that they accommodated us, and everyone has been so kind since we've been to London, except for the first guy who made us go the wrong way. But at least he got us to the right counter on accident. He didn't even know it. But now we're here, we're well fed. Coffee not so great at the place, so I'm gonna get some coffee from the airport because I know it'll be better. But yeah, just gonna rest until it's time to go.
Liz is giving false information. We need to leave our room at 11. It's about to be 10, so we have an hour to rest. And the airport's not 5 minutes away. It's like 20 minutes away. So we need to leave at 11 because we need to be there at 11:30 because we need to be there 3 hours before boarding, and boarding's at 2:30.
Oh.
So if we went on Liz's schedule, we might miss our plane again.
To my defense, I also heard the guy yesterday say it's good to get here at least an hour before, and I was like, oh, an hour, that's perfect.
3 hours.
I heard an hour. And another defense, we took a shuttle, and it was not, I'm not gonna say it wasn't 20 minutes, but it was very quick that he just like kind of did a little loop around him. I thought it took a lot longer because he couldn't find ours, because apparently there's more than one hotel like this. But let me show you how close it looks. Whoa! Let me show you how close it looks like we are. I look like I could jump on my plane.
It's over a mile away.
It's nothing. We walked that in every country. We're just... Let me show you because it'll only make sense. Here's our window. And then look out of it. Boom. Airport. Airplanes. Very close. Very, very close. So Destiny just updated us about what time we actually have to be there. We checked the shuttles and they only come every hour. And I believe it's an hour loop. So we are now going to go a lot earlier than we expected, so we don't miss our flight, because it's the only flight out of London to the States today. So we can't miss that. So we're gonna pack up all our stuff, which we don't have much out. It's like some things we were charging, and head downstairs and catch the shuttle. Somehow my beats fit in here. Yeah? Because I probably have your shit. No, what? What should you have in mind? Do you have your note? Yep, you have it. Oh man, like soaking up all the stuff. I know, I'm just gonna pack it because I never was able to do it.
at the last stop, but we stopped at another hotel. I looked at the wrong bus. Ooh, look at this. The guy on the other bus last night said H5B. It was H52. H25. Whatever.
Just a little.
H2B.
So moral of the story is that
You're wrong.
you were wrong. You were wrong. No, is that we were a lot closer, and it didn't come every hour. It came like 3 to 4 times an hour for H2B terminal. It just depends on which terminal you're going to. So I would say 10 minutes because we did have to stop at like 2 more hotels, but we're already back at the airport. So
We're getting there 30 minutes early.
2 hour early. 30 minutes.
No.
30 minutes early to our 3 hour early mark.
Okay, but we were there early yesterday, and look at where we're at today. And we're back. So soon.
You really missed it here?
So much. Couldn't wait to be in endless lines. Can't wait to check my bag again. Take off my shoes. Deal with Miss Salazar, not Miss Salazar. Change back to Gomez.
Thank you. I will leave it out. Leave your passport out. Yeah. Thank you.
Good. Way easier. So we just checked in. Went way more smooth than yesterday. We showed everything, and United honestly has been great compared to Lufthansa. We haven't had the best experience, so I don't know if we'll be flying with them again.
Thank you.
Let's go up.
We're going to a lounge. We don't belong here, but we're going to a lounge.
Why are we going here?
Because it's fancy people. We're in a sweatsuit. We came into the lounge and we are now having a glass of champagne. We have about 2.5 hours until we board, so we're gonna relax, have some champagne, maybe get some food, and it's quite busier than I thought, but there's like almost nowhere to sit, but we're really excited because we could have just relaxed and wait. And this airport says like you actually can't wait at your gate until boarding, but when do we know where our gate is? Oh, nice. Curry?
Vegan masala, vegetable
Oh my
masala, and rice.
Nice. I might be hungry.
Cheers to going home.
We're all ready to go. We have our food, passports, and Destiny's going to the bathroom. Now it's almost time to board. It is, what time is it? 2:26. And the good thing, the cool thing about this lounge is it still has all the things here. It tells you when to go to your gate, when your gate is boarding, and I'm assuming when it's closing, or it says when the flight is closing as well. So we're gonna rush, not rush, this gives you a good amount of time. So we're gonna head over there. Oh. No, I just figured you'd see me. So we're gonna head over there now. Ooh. Make it to our flight. Ready? So ready. Okay. Door open. Made it to the plane. And have the road tour. Woohoo! We are the honorary emergency people. Yay us. That's okay.
I don't mind.
Destiny wanted the leg room and she wanted to be next to the bathroom for her own selfish needs.
Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish.
Okay, we made it. We're on the flight today. All set. We have the row to ourselves. Yay. Excited? To be happier.
People knew her by her will to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survived the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go?
We made it back to the house. We grabbed some kava because we were exhausted and so hungry. So we're gonna eat, shower, and go to sleep because we've been like a 24-hour travel day, so it has been exhausting.